This is Don Phillips. I was, in 2014, contacted by a TV production company asking me to take part in the Man vs. Weird series, which was broadcast on Channel 4 and E4 rather than contribute to VT. They wanted to do a special episode about me and my team. After long discussions, I agreed. So long as the events we portrayed were true, I'd be happy to take part. I was assured this would be the case. It wasn't. Good evidence was edited out. It was claimed by the programme I failed to get any evidence at all. It was obvious that an attempt was made to portray the investigation as rather foolhardy. This, in turn, led to me receive negative feedback from people. Many people will be aware of the tactics used by some production companies in such productions. Unfortunately, there are those who are very naive. Now, for the first time, you'll see for yourselves the true events of what occurred on that investigation. There is a deliberate and ongoing attempt by some organisations to suppress the truth, and also a lot of good evidence is swept aside. As long as we allow this to happen, the topic of paranormal research will always remain a taboo subject. It will always be open to jokes and misinterpretations by those who do not believe. People can only reach a fully informed conclusion when they're presented with all the evidence. On that note, here are now the true events of the evening. Thank you.
But now I'm back. It turns out there are strange goings-on right here in the streets of Britain, in our very own backyard.
Can you bring any spirits to join us at the table, please?
You don't really know what to expect, but I can say 100% I don't think he's putting it on.
It's reckoned over half of us have some sort of belief in the supernatural. I'm not sure I'm one of them, but I want to learn more about people who are claiming to have astonishing paranormal talents. As a kid, I believed in ghosts, and Scooby-Doo was my hero. Nowadays, I'm not so sure, but I'm fascinated by people who are. Don Phillips is a self-styled paranormal investigator. Don says it all started with a disturbing childhood visitation.
Like many people that get involved in this, it started at a very young age. I was about 7 years old. I had quite a frightening experience in my bedroom where I was visited by, it was essentially a black mass.
He maintains he can record what they're saying.
They basically answer any question that I ask them. I've asked them about parallel universes, alternate realities. Yes, they exist, apparently.
Don, a former IT consultant, says that in the 20 years he's been talking to spirits, he's got to know them well.
Even if it's really quiet, my ears are quite tuned to hearing these guys. That we're actually communicating with them on a device that's not actually made for communicating with spirits. It's a digital recorder. The frequency is not perfect, but they're obviously somewhere within that range.
For the past few years, he has dedicated his paranormal powers to running GSI.
We're the only full-time paranormal group in the UK. We spend a lot of our time travelling around the country helping people that have experiencing paranormal phenomena in their homes.
And tonight, GSI Oadby face their latest mission, the local council offices in Wigston. This former Victorian family house with its winding staircases and nooks and crannies is a ghost hunter's dream. And Don and his crew have volunteered to help some spooked council workers.
Upstairs, you can hear children in what was the nursery. When you open the door, the voices stop.
Backstairs, by the bike shed, we've had babies crying, children playing.
People have seen the Grey Lady.
One of the servants' children fell down the back staircase and broke his neck. You can hear that sometimes.
I'll have a little walk around, see where it feels strongest, and then invite the spirits to come and join me and speak to me.
But first, his crack squad need to set up their ghost-busting gadgets.
I tell you, hand on my heart, Don is the only person that I've worked with that, for me, has given me the proof.
The building's caretaker, Gary, is convinced he's onto something with a faulty fire alarm.
So what's your name again? Gary. I knew it was Gary, I was just making sure.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm just checking. Yeah.
Okay, me and the team, within the next 15-20 minutes, we'll actually get a start on this place and see what we can uncover, and hopefully we can cover some unknown information, because we do like that, don't we? And you're just coming now, and just this, for no apparent reason.
See, but This fault, since you came in last week, has been going on and off, on and off.
You blaming me now?
No, I'm just saying.
No, seriously, I get offended when I people.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, it's coincidence that it was all planned, and all of a sudden, Zone 3, this one's playing on.
Yeah, and what? Did you say the alarm's not even on?
No, it's not on. It's not set to all in the building.
Okay, but is it not have red lights on the standard or anything?
There's no red light, it's just orange light. It's coming up as fault.
And you obviously know the equipment.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying there's no way the sensors could just be...
No, we test it every week. So we know it's bang on. If you got a mark, something can leave there, it'll pick it up as it happens. From in Zone 3, this just there. And that's where you are now. Worse tonight, you know, we've had a few bleeps, but since Don's been in, all we've had is progressively tonight it's not shutting up basically.
So before Don...
We had the engineers out and they checked it over, there's nothing wrong with it.
But what I'm saying is, before Don came here last week, that never happened at all.
The fault was sorted, it was fixed, it was repaired.
Right.
And tonight,
it's come back.
It's just gone off again.
Okay.
So whether that's just, I don't know, whether it's just coincidental or...
That's right, yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There it is, look.
I think we should get cracking properly, don't you? Get started.
Tonight, Don is hoping to make some ghostly voice recordings and discover who's making things go bump in the night.
We'll go anywhere, and we usually find something, even places that have not been reported as being haunted, we can usually find something there.
I'm trying to find, you know, when I walk in normally and it's like whoosh.
Don's attempts at ghostly small talk don't seem to be going down too well. And I've got a feeling he could have bitten off more than he can chew.
I wasn't expecting that, Nick.
Hand on my heart, I've never seen Don to that extent. It shocked me. It shocked me, mate.
There's some very strong something here.
Moving to what they believe is one of the most haunted rooms in the building.
Right, I know as well, to my left hand side there's a gentleman. Now, I would like that gentleman to give me his name, please. To my left, just slightly behind me. Can I have a name?
There's a lady, and she really wants to say her name. Something.
Despite his best efforts, it seems Don still can't get through.
I can't hear it. I just can't get it at all. I really can't.
Get out. Hang on. Right.
What's it sound like? That ain't it. Can we play that into here? What have you got?
Yeah.
That's a mum's voice. The noises, didn't we? Yeah. You know what? I actually also think it might be the other side of the door.
He decides to call it a night.
Well, thank you, and we'll leave these nice, sweet people in peace for now. All right.
is buzzing with paranormal activity, but if there's one person I've just got to spend the night with before this is all over, it's got to be Don Phillips. And tonight's the night. I think Don's my favourite psychic.
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing? Wow, this is it.
It is indeed.
The shed.
I tried to call it the workshop.
The workshop. Sorry, the workshop.
Come in, Tommy.
Thanks. This is where it all happens.
It is. This is my second home.
Or is this a sort of hotbed for spirits?
Oh, this is definitely a hotbed. I've got lots and lots of spirits here with me.
Do you have conversations with them?
All the time. To me, they are no different to your friends, apart from I can't see them.
Do you have some favourite people that you talk to?
The most prominent one is Becky.
Will we hear Becky tonight?
I'll guarantee we'll hear Becky tonight.
Really?
Yeah, the guys are looking forward to it.
So they're dead people?
Some of them. Not all spirits have actually been people in the past.
Do you get scared?
Oh no, I'm not scared of anything like that. That's not a problem to me.
Don, I'm very new to this game. I've never experienced anything like this before. Is there anything I can get involved with, help you with, or talk to the spirits?
There is a case that I actually attended recently that had a lot of problems, and I did actually promise the young lady I would pop back to check things out. She's asked me to pop back at some stage to make sure everything's still okay. If you want to accompany...
On a mission?
On a genuine mission.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, Jodie.
All right.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah. Nice to see you.
And you? Hello.
Hi,
You
Jodie.
all right?
I'm
Nice to meet
Simon.
you.
Hello, nice to meet you. Jodie's a single mum who's convinced her house is haunted. She's called on Don to find out who the ghosts are by recording them.
You feel a little bit uneasy again? Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to take a walk around now, and then
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
While Don's on a recce, I find out more from Jodie about her unwelcome house guests. So Jodie, you had some problems with spirits before, and Don kind of sorted them out for you. Do you trust him to clear out the place of...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because when he came around last time, he came around with, he did a full exorcism on the house, and instantly I felt at ease, I felt so much better, and the kids felt happier, and, you know, for a good couple of months, they didn't mention anything, so, and they were sleeping fine.
Do you think you're in touch with sort of the spirits?
Certain parts of the house, I'll feel like my heart's just racing for no reason.
It's quite simple. Jodie is quite sensitive to you guys, and she's not happy with you being here, and she's got children, and she's worried. So I'm requesting, please, will you just move on somewhere else? Just a loud yes would be very nice.
It's quite intense, isn't it? When he comes and does his stuff and
Yeah.
it goes through his body and he sort of starts...
Yeah, at first it scared me a little bit because
Yeah,
obviously it's out of the norm. You know, you don't really know what to expect. But I can say 100%, I don't think he's putting it on.
Jodie's convinced, and I'm really hoping Don will find something. Minutes later, he seems to have made contact at the top of the stairs.
Guys, this feels really, really strong. I'm assuming that it's not all good, so what I need you to do is watch... Oh, here we go again. Becky needs you and the guys to just watch Jodie and everything so I can get around to sort this out properly.
Don believes he's channeling a spirit entity through his otherworldly friends.
We'll do our best. It's important you hear this one. Oh, just give me a second. Can you hear? We'll do our best.
Yeah.
Can you hear that? This is my guys talking. You have to excuse me because it's very, very strong and it really affects me. This is the guys. I've just said I need to watch over Joe till I get back and sort it out, and it says we'll do our best. I shouldn't say what it said actually, but you'll hear it quite clearly.
Okay. Yeah. Don's convinced he's recorded voices, and while I'm trying my best, It just sounds like static.
Can you not hear that?
Best is really clear. You can hear it.
I still can't hear them.
Can you not hear that? Without trying to put it in your mind, he says, we will do our best. But they talk like that. It's not like me saying to you, we'll do our best. They'll go, we'll do our best. It's slightly elongated.
Okay.
This one, there's a load of them. That's exactly what's been said there. And that's Becky. That is Becky, yeah.
Really? She's here then?
Oh, she's always here.
What is it that happens to you physically when you were here?
Energy.
When you
the spirit energy,
really
I'm extremely susceptible to it, and I can literally differentiate between a male, a female, and a child, as Jodie will tell you. There's a very strong gentleman here that I'm aware of, and very strong gentleman. He's all over me again now, I can feel it. Give me the courtesy of giving me your first name first of all, if possible, please. Can I have a first name, please? When I do Jodie, I'll drop round tomorrow night, get to the bottom of it once again.
Thank you.
We'll sort it, don't we?
Well, what a night. You know, we've had thousands of years of belief in the unexplained, and I guess it's very much alive in the 21st century, you know, whether we're talking about healers, psychic energy, or ghost hunters. And I guess we'll continue to be fascinated by the mysterious for many, many centuries to come.
During the time spent in my workshop and during the production for Channel 4, the crew heard Becky speak, the difference being this time it was coming from the air and without the use of the recorder. We did use the recorder, but this was only on playback after they had actually said what they had heard. Becky answered questions. It was the crew who told me what they'd heard. The final response from Becky to them was, "This interview is over." The crew were astounded. Even so, this evidence, this footage, was cut and was never aired or made part of the programme. For the most part, I feel that myself and the team and the events of that evening were totally misreported. I have no objection to people airing footage if it was the case that nothing occurred and nothing happened. Any production screened on TV should give a true account of what actually happened. Suppression does happen and suppression will continue. It's only when people are fully made aware of all the information can they form their own conclusions. I did receive negative feedback from a handful of people when this programme aired, but I have never been responsible for the pre or post production of the programme or the editing involved.